Namaskar, আমি গার্গী রাউত.
So you've tried your Bengali,
Yes,
3 words.
that's it. That's the most contribution that I can do to Revsportz Bangla. Unfortunately, this is what I always do in every single line.
So Shopnil, who's our producer, cut those 3 words and pass it on to Devashish Sen and Rahul Giri in Revsportz Bangla as a
Just
possible promo.
3 seconds of me
3
saying
seconds of
Namaskar,
Namaskar and Gargi Rao. End of story.
helping no one.
No, you can try that. You can send it to Mohsin Naqvi and say, I'm saying Namaskar, I can't shake your hand.
No. Shaking hands, nahi.
No, cancel.
Cancel.
On a serious note, what's your take on Mohsin Naqvi?
I mean, it all looks like a ploy for distraction, for distracting the Pakistani public from the performance that the Pakistani team just displayed. I don't understand why, as the ACC chair, Mohsin Naqvi has made such a huge debacle out of India not shaking hands with the Pakistani team. It's not like we've never seen that before. Number two, it's not as if it's set in stone that you have to, or there are rules that say that you have to shake hands at the end of every match, that the players have to do that. There have been multiple times in sports history where there were acts of protests, and it's a sport. Again, you can't separate sports and politics, and ultimately this was a way of India. It was symbolism. It was symbolism for what India stood for. And I don't understand why Mohsin Naqvi has such a huge problem with it. Somehow it came down to the prestige of Pakistan, India not shaking hands. But what actually is more prestigious about the country is the fact is how they lost. That should worry you, not the other thing. It just looks like it's a whole show.
Mr. Naqvi, if you're watching this show, and I'm sure you will, 3-4 things. You're an able administrator, you're Interior Affairs Minister of Pakistan, clearly because you have risen the ranks and you're good at what you do. You've put out a tweet saying, for you, the nation matters and there's nothing greater than the prestige of Pakistan. Understandably, you are absolutely right in saying that, and you're fully within your rights in saying that. Now, what's your problem if the Indians do the same? You've made a statement, you're standing by it. And we respect that Mohsin Naqvi, the Pakistan Interior Affairs Minister, is putting out a tweet saying, I will do everything to uphold the whatever interests of my country. Fair point, that nothing matters more to you than Pakistan. Now the Indians, as far as Suryakumar, Yadav, Gautam Gambhir and the rest of the team are concerned, for them it is exactly the same. So why is it that you can't understand the Indian perspective, Mr. Naqvi? The Indians are saying to you on your face that there is a player called Fahim Ashraf in your team who spreads he spreads filth on social media, not once but multiple times. He mocks. After the Pahalgaon attacks, he mocks. He doesn't even have the sensitivity or the respect for people. That's basic humanity. That's basic human tenet of dignified, polite behavior. Now, there is a player in your team, Mr. Naqvi, who disrespects humanity. So clearly he is disrespectful towards Pakistan as well, because ultimately, humanity is well and truly above everything else, right? You have not said a word condoning such acts. Your people have not said a word. Your players have not said a word. Rather, you have picked him to represent Pakistan. Now, sport is a playing field which upholds certain high moral values, right, Mr. Naqvi? So if you have a Fahim Ashraf in your team, what do you expect the Indians to do? Go and shake Fahim Ashraf's hands. Go and say that, this is all fine. Tell me, Gargi, why do you think, and I've been thinking about this for all of last night, why do you think Pakistan is trying to make a hue and cry of it? Is there any reason? Have you been able to probe deeper and think deeper? I have my reason. That's why I'm asking you this question.
No, I have my reason as well, and it's a simple ploy. It's a distraction. It's a distraction from how badly the Pakistan team lost, how badly they all performed, the batters as well as the bowlers. There was no real impact. India dominated from ball one. The first innings, it was Hardik Pandya with the wicket of the opener. In the second innings, it was Abhishek Sharma going down the track and hitting Shaheen Afridi for a boundary. It was clear that from both in both the innings that there was no respect whatsoever. India completely, absolutely thrashed Pakistan. And it did not go down well with the management, with Mohsin Naqvi, with the players, with the coach as well. Mike Hesson was fuming yesterday, saying that we went up to the dressing room and the dressing room door was shut, and that they're disappointed that India did not shake hands with them. I think you should be more disappointed with the fact, with the way that the team performed. And if there's anything that requires or deserves your attention at the moment, it is the team's performance. Not shaking hands is not a criminal offense, is not something that you should be this offended over. And the fact that it's now being taken out on the match referee, who couldn't have possibly done anything, or he couldn't have physically, called back. Suryakumar Yadav held his hand and made him shake hands with the Pakistani player. Nothing of that sort could have happened. Ultimately, it was the players' decision to not shake the hand. So how does it even come down to the match referee? Yes, I know that there's a formal complaint and there are reasons given, but also it's so subjective, and it is clear that it's a ploy for distraction.
Gargi is given a cricketing logic, and I see from where she is coming from that she's given her understanding from the cricketing field and saying that it's a diversionary tactic. Mine is a fundamentally different argument, and I honestly have been thinking about it, and that's where I kind of figured out that this could be a case. Before that, I have to say that we are in Ashok's house, our colleague Ashok Nambudri. Now, Ashok is an absolute rock star in terms of his business career and corporate career, and he's headed organizations. But 2 days, one day saffron tea and one day this adrak chai, he has a career there. Ashok launched this business. You can thrive. Honestly, I will buy the first few. I'll invest. This is brilliant. This chai has made my day. This is Ada Diye Cha. Mohan Baganer Khala ar Ada Diye Cha. Thue Kha. Unbelievable. Ashok, well done to you. But coming to the point now. Now hear me out. I think this is an act of normalization. You know what I mean? The fact that India versus Pakistan is happening, and we are all saying that this is an unnatural India-Pakistan match. The fact that Pakistan is so desperate for the handshake. The moment you shake hands and you back each other and a camaraderie and a hug and all, it's an act of normalization. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So with India, Pahalgaon is now a thing of the past. You've shaken hands with me, you've played with me, everything's fine. You and I have spoken to each other just like the past. The players are friends, administrators are friends. Yes, the border skirmishes will keep happening and border whatever will keep happening. All is now forgotten. All is now hunky-dory. Everything is good. Shake my hand and look, we've moved on. The sporting field, we are friends. All of that is. This is a desperate act of trying to portray to the world that everything is back to normal. The truth is nothing is back to normal. And the truth is nothing will ever be back to normal as long as there is cross-border terror. That's what Pakistan's desperation is emanating from, as far as I'm concerned. It's a desperate act. Why will the Indians not shake hands? The moment you shake hands, look, this is sporting spirit. Oh, we've done it. Oh, we've played against each other. So what if we've lost? We are the perfect, sports people in that sense. Look, we stood there and we've done our handshake. At least in spirit, we are right there. It's an act of normalization, trying to attract world attention that everything is back to where it should belong. Pahalgaon, the shadows of Pahalgaon will no longer cast its whatever shadows or its how do I put it? The remnants of the pain, the agony, the disaster, the dastardly act. It's no longer. It's like a rabbit wanting to close its eyes and saying, "Oh, you know what? Everything is normal." I think this is one of those acts wanting vindication that things have now settled down. India did not want to give them that vindication, and that's why they are behaving like this jilted lover.
Absolutely. If India had gone out there and shook hands, it would have been validation.
That's what I'm saying. Exact word. Validation, vindication of that stand, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and you know what? Then it would have spiraled into politics as well. The politicians would have picked that up and said that, oh, we're okay now. India is fine with it. Nothing ever happened.
Precisely.
So we've not done anything wrong, and India feels it's a whole thing. Again, sports and politics cannot be mixed. This was, yes, an act of a little protest or symbolism. on a sports field, but at the same time, Suryakumar Yadav, Ryan Tendoskat, everyone who came out there and spoke in those press conferences made it clear that everything that was happening throughout this tournament was in line with the directions of the government of India. So clearly, they are also representatives of the government of India here, because they are actively involved. The government is actively involved here with everything that's going on, with the say of whether or not the team will travel to Dubai, whether or not they will participate. So I think it's at this point, it's the sport and politics is completely intertwined with each other.
We are making this point loud and clear. Pahalgaon is not a thing of the past. It is the reality for every Indian 24/7, 365 days of the year. The fact that we are playing Pakistan is not an act of normalcy. The fact that Pakistan is playing India cannot be validation, the word that she used. It is not an act of validation. It is an act of compulsion on India's part, given India's larger geopolitical ambitions and global positioning. Pakistan should get that message loud and clear, and so should Mr. Naqvi. It doesn't mean that we will shake hands with any Pakistan player on the 21st. It's a no-no. We will play Pakistan and beat them. We are okay with Pakistan, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is no friendship, no camaraderie, no spirit. Pakistan continues to harbor cross-border terrorism. It is a rogue country, and that's very clear. Until and unless that stops, just like bilateral sport with Pakistan is a forever no-no, this validation will not be given to Pakistan so that they can go and portray to the international community that here you are, India has moved on, Pahalgaon is now a thing of the past and everything is fine. Everything, my dear friend, is not fine. It cannot be fine. We in the media, we will not let it be fine. If you are listening, Mr. Naqvi, you need to answer, what is a Fahim Ashraf doing in your team, and how can he get away with writing what he does on his social media profile? Do not tell me that what he writes is his personal choice. He can't. He is representing Pakistan in the international forum as a cricketer. You cannot extrapolate Fahim Ashraf, the cricketer, and say that, oh, this is Fahim Ashraf, the individual. Where is the question of spirit? Where is the question of humanity? Where is the question of ethics? Where is the question, Mr. Naqvi, of being gracious, of being respectful, of being dignified, of being polite, of being, a good human being? It's not there. So when it's not there and you fill your team with filth, you fill your team with so-and-so people without even having a sense of remorse, and you allow these people to wear the Pakistani jersey with pride, how on earth do you expect us, the Indian players, to go and shake his hand and give him that validation? That's not going to come, Mr. Naqvi. Under no circumstances will it come. 21st, are you seeing anything different?
No, not at all. And it should not be different. It's not a matter of one match. In fact, we were discussing this earlier, that this should now be the norm. India should go out there every single match that they play. It could be across sports as well. You should do it. You could do it across sports where you don't shake hands. Not that now that you think about it, world events, Olympics and all of that, players don't shake hands, do they? After their events, not necessarily everyone goes around and shakes each other.
Some on occasion, most occasions, yes, because it's sport. No, I mean, if you want to, you can. But baseball, for example, there is no culture. There is no culture. And if you don't want to, if my country is at war with yours, how am I supposed to shake your hand?
Exactly.
How am I supposed to? I mean, you mean to say the US versus Iran, a match the US and Iranians will go and shake their hands if they don't want to?
Yeah,
absolutely
not. And okay with the fact that whatever is happening between the two countries is okay, and on the field everything changes. It doesn't change. It does not change. And again, at the end of the day, you are representing your country.
So will today Russia and Ukraine shake hands in a sporting event?
No, obviously not. And in
our countries are at war.
In the next match, in whatever matches, in the next coming matches, whatever match you play with Pakistan, don't shake their hands at all.
That's precisely the point that we are trying to make.
Hands.
What is your take on the Women's World Cup? What can happen there?
I think it's going to be similar messaging. I don't think it's going to be different for men's and women's. And if that difference happens, then the argument that we've been trying to put on,
then it's a case of double standards on our part.
Exactly. on our part as well. So
100%.
then, you know,
what feet do you stand on?
Exactly. Then how do we justify us not boycotting or whatever the public was saying that we shouldn't have covered this match or shouldn't have covered this tournament? We were saying it on the basis of why
so
don't
far
you
whatever
go
we have said has come true. Everything that use the sporting field, use it to protest,
Absolutely.
use it to voice your opinion in front of the International Parliament of Nations.
I think
precisely
the messaging is going to be very clear, because again, if BCCI men's and women's, what difference it is? What, I don't see a difference in it. It's
not
still
at all.
India,
Of course
Pakistan.
not. 100%.
It's still Indian players representing the country and standing for what they think is
you
right.
know my stand on this. You know my stand on this. I mean, every time Suryakumar Yadav's team comes and plays cricket, you call it the Indian team. Every time Harmanpreet Kaur's team goes, you call it the Indian women's team. Who said so? It's the Indian team. Call it the Indian team. I mean, that's where it should start. I mean, you cannot call that the women's team and this the Indian team. Then call this the men's team. I've got no problem. Suryakumar Yadav's team is the men's team. Harman's team is the women's team. I'm fine with it. But if you're calling this the Indian team, then you call that the Indian team as well. It cannot be a case of double standards by any stretch of imagination.
Then
it's as simple as that.
Then it gets worse for BCCI, which is...
Can the Indians do anything more?
Why not?
What?
I say why not?
What? How can the sporting field be used to highlight? By the way, there is this thing that according to certain sport, even part of the ICC regulations, that if you say anything political, you can be pulled up for it. So Suryakumar Yadav's thing that, you know, we've dedicated it to the victims of the Pahalgam attack, etc., can be construed as that. I don't think the Indians should care. If you want to impose a fine, feel free.
BCCI is the richest board. It can afford any fines they want. Go ahead and prove to your country that, not prove, but show solidarity to the armed forces and the victims. This is your chance to do it. This is the chance to bring light to the pain of the people and how much pain Pakistan has caused to the people.
And let me point out something here. In the 1960s, when Muhammad Ali was why only Muhammad Ali? In the 1960s, first Muhammad Ali, he was castigated, he was victimized, he was discriminated against, he was thrown out. Why? Because in the United States at that point in time, certain places the whites could go, the blacks can't or couldn't. It was racism of the worst kind. And it's the same Muhammad Ali, so much so that he went and threw away his Olympic medal. He went and he literally put it in the water and flushed it away. The same Muhammad Ali, after 30 years, the US repented that entire period and called Muhammad Ali to come and light the cauldron of the Olympic opening ceremony at Atlanta in 1996. Ali, with a trembling hand, you know, taking that arrow and the arrow going and landing in that cauldron, the fire, the Olympic flame, remains one of the enduring memories and messaging symbolism of the 20th century. The same for Tommy Smith and John Carlos. Both were castigated, thrown out. The same people were brought back and given medals of honor, respected, added to the American Sport Hall of Fame after 30 years. So even if the ICC tries to do something or ACC tries to do something, the world will notice. The world will notice that the Indians were fighting for justice, fighting for the people back home, fighting for the honor of the people who have been forced by this dastardly act to lose their own. So if anyone says this is a wrong act and the sporting field has been violated, you must remember that sport ultimately is a reflection of humanity and is an opiate of the masses, and sport is a prism of human life. How on earth do you say Jackie Robinson crossing the color line was a major fight against racism? At that point in time, Jackie Robinson was called a Negro in that Boston match. Go and check the footage from 1947. So here the Indians are standing up for a larger cause. And this is backed by the BCCI. This is backed by the government of India. This is backed by the people of India. So when Mr. Naqvi stands up for his people, which I find I'm totally fine with that. Mr. Naqvi, you must also realize that Indians and the Indian team are well and truly entitled to doing it. Suryakumar Yadav, you're talking about grace. When Mr. Naqvi came for that opening ceremony, he shook his hand.
Stand up?
He shook his hand. Because he was shaking the hands of the ACC chairman. Number two, we are talking about spirit. When Sanju Samson ran out that UAE batter, did Suryakumar Yadav, you wrote about it. Why did he withdraw the appeal? Tell me.
Yeah. You withdrew the appeal because you knew that you were playing against a considerable weaker side, and that one wicket could not have made a difference. That was a gesture of goodwill from Suryakumar Yadav, and it did not make any difference whatsoever. India completely trampled over UAE in that match, and UAE stood no chance, honestly. But again, it comes down to this, hue and cry from Mr. Naqvi about India not shaking hands with Pakistan, it hampering the prestige of the country. Honestly, how does it even go to that?
इतना फ्लिम्जी अगर प्रेस्टीज है, इतना फ्लिम्जी प्रेस्टीज है, तो वो प्रेस्टीज का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है यार. I mean, a nation's prestige should not depend on another country trying to shake hands or not shaking hands. Let's end here, Gargi. All we will say is this drama has not ended.
No.
Mr. Naqvi, as an able administrator, should take a step back and try and rectify the problems with Pakistan cricket. Try and rectify the flaws that Pakistan cricket now has. They don't even stand a chance against a side like India. And it'll be another mauling if they don't overcome this scarring before Sunday the 21st. So there are plenty of things to do rather than jumping up and about with a handshake, which I think is a absolute non-starter. India will once again do it on Sunday, and they're well within their rights. I think that's all that you have from the two of us here in Dubai. We will be back with plenty more shows. We've not seen the end of this story. Pakistan will keep creating these little issues because they know, as I said, they want validation. They want everything to become normal and tell the world, oh, you know what, India has forgiven and forgotten. No, nothing. Not a single Indian has forgiven, nor a single Indian has forgotten, and we will not. Every time we see you on the field, we will beat you, and off the field, we will remind you that you've not done justice to what you should. You should stop cross-border terrorism. Until the time you do that, we will continue to protest on the cricket field like we have. Thank you very much for watching.